Say goodbye to your fucking wallets, because holy shit, they just released the Agent Venom hot toy. The minute I thought my wallet was safe, the minute, oh, say goodbye, I have to throw all my money away, because, oh my god, it's so good. As you can see, he's standing at a whopping 12.6 inches. That is huge. I mean, god damn, that's like one of the biggest ones, like regular sized hot toys. I am so impressed. This is gonna suck for my money and probably your guys' if you're like a fan. If not, then you're safe. So, you know, fuck you for that personally. And if you don't need your money, let me take it. Let me have some of it, because, you know, I need it. You don't. You know, it is what it is. All right, now going on to the stuff he has. He has two types of symbiotic tendrils, which one of them are just the claws right here. You can see. Pretty cool. I mean, they're just the standard ones. They're the ones that go on Carnage. They look like literally Carnages, but just spray painted. Still really cool though. I can't wait to get this figure. And the ones holding the guns, which is probably going to be the one everybody's going to use, because oh my god, he comes with an arsenal of guns. Do I know the names of the guns? But like, no, I don't know the names of the guns. I bet somebody does, but we'll talk about the guns later. He has two types of eyes. He has the standard eyes, which is just like, you know, staring, and the squinting ones when he's hella pissed off, which I'm gonna be using if I do get this figure, if my wallet allows me. Because wow, that stare is crazy. Now looking at the blade, he comes with a huge sword, which is so sick. Honestly, I wonder if there's gonna be a special edition for this figure. Probably not, but if it were to come with a special edition, please give me an RPG or something. That would be so cool. I know he doesn't really use RPGs from what I've seen, but it would be pretty cool to see him have one. I'm not gonna lie. But this sword is crazy. It's so big. It's kind of similar to the other ones, like the Venom figure from the Venom 1 movie. If you could see images here, it looks similar to that one in my perspective, but it's different enough to where it's like you want it. You know what I mean? As you can see, he has holsters for every one of his guns, which is kind of crazy that he could have be holding so many guns. He has two pistols, the obvious, you know, AR, the marksman rifle. You know, I don't know that much about guns. I just play Call of Duty like everybody else. I don't know anything. He has a variety of hands for holding guns, obviously, because, you know, big gun dude. That's literally his entire thing. I do want him to come with more stuff, but it's basically just the tendrils, the gun, the interchangeable eyes, and some webs, which I think I really like the way they did the webs here. It's actually supposed, they come at the top like the actual comics, which is really cool. So I'm really excited for this figure now. And here's a variety of poses you can see him with. I can't wait to get my hands on this figure. And from the looks of it, the only issue I'm seeing is, actually, I'm not really seeing an issue. If he's made out of plastic like the Iron Man figures are, you'd be able to pose this guy like crazy. You wouldn't have to worry about the rubber getting messed up. You do see some of the gray areas, but since it's a pure black figure, you don't have to worry about that. You'll be fine. He'll be similar to the big ass Goliath Venom, where in certain lighting, maybe you'll be able to see it, but that's not going to be your main focus. I mean, look at him. That's not going to be your main focus. The base is a bit boring though. It looks really small actually. Why does the base look so small? I think the base is like the only big issue here, that it's so small for such a big figure. I think he's around the same height as the 2099 Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse, or not into Across the Spider-Verse. So he will be a menace on your shelf if you have all the tendrils on him. Yeah, his feet are damn near the same size. They cheaped out on the base, I'm not gonna lie. They did not care about the base, but also I'm never going to use the base. I have all my bases shoved in a drawer, which I don't really care for. I know lots of people do like the bases though. At least it's one of the customizable bases that have the like so you can create flying poses with them. So like this one right here where he's jumping in the air. You can do poses like this, make him hold all his guns. I'm hoping I'll be able to get this figure soon, so I'm not like the last person to touch it, you know. I wonder if it has anything to peg the back pieces. They don't really show any way of like how the piece of the tendrils go in his back. I'm assuming it's similar to the Superior Spider-Man, where you never want to remove the back pieces. They always want you to have the tendrils. Since I don't see any way of plugging them, but I could be wrong. We'll see. I'm curious if they're gonna release a matching one of these with a anti-venom suit, because everybody knows he gets the anti-venom suit and he becomes Agent Anti-Venom. I'm curious if they're gonna do that, and if not, I mean, I assume not, because it's gonna like, I'd rather them make a variety of figures compared to a bunch of the same figure, because it just literally be a recolor of the same figure. So hopefully they don't do that, at least not for a long while. Let some time, like, you know, go by. I do wish it came with a headpiece of Eddie Brock, because that would look really cool. But as of right now, we don't know much about the figure. We'll know once it drops, but I didn't really talk about the guns that much, so I'll go back to that. The guns are kind of basic. I mean, if we're being honest, they're just probably the same guns they've reused on every single, you know, figure that has guns, like a Blade figure, a Punisher figure. They're probably the same guns. Like, they probably just didn't sell much of those and just went, fuck it, let's make an Age of Venom. I have no complaints though. Even if you can't mess with the guns, even if you can't remove magazines, I don't really care about that as long as they look cool in his hands, which by these images, they look really fucking cool. So I am super excited for this figure. Crazy posability. The only issue is I don't think his arms will be able to lift up that much because of the big shoulder pads. So we'll see about that. If he can lift his arm up all the way in the air, which it looks like he won't be able to, but who cares really? He has the symbiotes if he needs to shoot something in the air. But besides that, I think this figure is honestly, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a... It's really hard to not give figures like this one a solid, you know, 10 out of 10. Like, I want to give every single one of them a 10 out of 10, but I have to be, you know, a bit picky, so I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. I would do want to start rating every single figure. I might even make a figure tier list. We'll see how it goes. If this video and, like, you know, the thought seems to, like, you know, pique people's interest. But right now, I think it's only a 7 out of 10 because the base is, you know, super small, pretty ass. Not much accessories besides the crazy guns, which the guns by themselves are probably just copy and paste ones, which that's fine. It's okay. Not that much of a complaint, honestly, but like I said, I would give this figure a 10 out of 10, but we're being picky, so 8 out of 10. And also, what some people probably are thinking right now, hey, isn't this just exactly like the Mafex figure? I think that's what it was, the brand was, the or was it the Revolt Tech? I think it's either Revolt Tech or Mafex. Give me a second. Yeah, I was right. It's the Revolt Tech Amazing Yamaguchi Agent Venom figure. That's the full title for it. So for this, the difference here is the Revolt Tech one has way more posability. You can do every pose. So it's just a matter of which figure you'd want more, honestly, because they both have the same stuff. I would say the tendrils on the Agent Venom one, releasing that from Hot Toys, look way more symbiotic. The figure itself will look 100 times better if you get the Hot Toys one, but if you just want it for posing, doing crazy poses, kneeling, crouched on the ground, you know, Spider-Man poses basically, you're gonna want to go for the Revolt Tech one because his posing is crazy. It's just he's really small. He's standing at around, I think it was 6 inches, 7 inches, around there. While this one's obviously, you know, 12 inches. He's huge. Even 6 inches might be saying too big. I think it probably is around 6 inches actually. His full size is 6 inches, while this one's double the height. So it's really, what do you want? If you're here for posability and like you want to be able to have him on the shelf fighting a bunch without any risk of it getting damaged, you want to probably get the Revolt Tech. But, and also the Revolt Tech comes with cool little explosions to put on the guns, which I wish this one came with. And the Revolt Tech comes with way more accessories, way more tendrils, way more hands, way more like guns, and different kinds of eyes with the explosions. So that's the good thing about the Revolt Tech one. While this one just looks 100 times better, obviously it's way more expensive because the Revolt Tech's only, I think, around, if I had to guess, $100, something like that. But this one is gonna end up being around $300, so it really varies on which one you want to get. Me personally, I'd rather get the Hot Toy one because I value the look of the figure and how big it is. But if you're low on space, get yourself the Revolt Tech one. Don't bother with this figure, but it's all up to you. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video and I hope you guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe. It would really help me. But that's all I have to say. Let me know if you guys are getting the figure.